Hello, a Rosie math teacher coming at you from my third period accelerated grade 7 math class, where today we are already starting to do review for the FAST exam happening in May. Today I want to talk about two items, number 3 and number 4. Number 3 is really just a skill of plugging these into your online calculator. So when they say cube root, for example, of -125, everybody in this room practice in your online calculator, tap the symbol cube root. Do you see the symbol cube root? If you don't see it, you can choose the square root symbol with a Y here, and then you can type a 3 so that it will say cube root. Inside of that cube root, type -125, and I know what you need to look for. Please look to see, does this upper line continue all the way across all of your digits for -125? Thumbs up if it does. Does it go all the way across? Okay, good. That's what it needs to do. And then earlier I had a child who didn't realize they should not tap the space key. So do not tap the space key, then type or tap on the plus symbol. Again, no spacing. Then tap on the what root symbol? Square root symbol. Don't even make a fraction bar yet. Everybody just keep the square root symbol. And then here's the tricky part. In your book and online, they don't show the parentheses that I am tracing in my pink highlighter. But you need to put these inside the square root symbol. Give yourself a beginning parenthesis and then do 3 to the 3rd power. Are you all finding that tool on your online calculator? 3 to the 3rd, please type this. Plus 3 to the 2nd power, and then give yourself an ending parenthesis. Now when you tap divide by, does your magic divide by bar appear like mine? And tap 2. Now look to the end of your calculator space for the total number that is your final answer. Do I have any further questions about item number 3? It's all a matter of typing it in the calculator correctly. Okay, now I know the item that I think the most people will struggle with is item 4. We need to know what value of A satisfies this equation. I have rewritten it in black ink so it's easier for everyone to see on the TV screen. And it says 4 to the -3rd divided by 4 to the unknown A, inside parentheses, to the -2 power is equivalent to. So we're not doing something here other than recognizing all of this on the left is equal to all of this on the right. Now, which side can I come up with a number total? What's on the right? Once I figure out what's on the right, I can work backward to find out what's on the left. So let's go over to the right. It says parenthesis 4 to the -3 times 4 to the 5th parenthesis to the 7th power. You have options. You could type all of this in your online calculator exactly as it appears. It could be a little tricky. Let me show you what I would recommend you do first. Can we simplify what's inside my parentheses? Remembering, when multiplying same bases, you add the exponents. When dividing same bases, subtract. When it's power of a power on only one base, then you multiply those exponents stacked. All right, so let's do this. Are they multiplying same base times same base? Yes. When multiplying same bases, you add the exponents. So let's add these yellow exponents. What is -3 plus 5 going to give me? It's going to give me 2. Keep your same base of 4 and write your power of 2. Now put that in parentheses and then remember, copy your to the 7th power outside those parentheses. Now after the multiplying same bases, you add the exponents. When dividing same bases, subtract. But when it's power of a power on only one base, then you multiply those exponents stacked. What is the 2 to the 7th power situation? Is that where you need to add them or where you need to multiply them? You need to multiply them because it's power of a power on only one base. What is 2 times 7, class? 14. Do you understand how you now realize, or you should realize, that the total value is 4 to the what power? 14th. Now remember, the left side is equal to this, 4 to the 14th power. Let's see what we can do to get this 4 to the 14th power. All right, here we go. We have 4 to the negative 3 divided by 4 to the a, and all of this to the negative 2. So let's try something here. Since we don't know what a is yet, I can't really do negative 3 take away a, can I? But can I go ahead and apply negative 3 times negative 2 and a times negative 2? Because when we're dividing, when we have a dividing by bar and the parentheses, and the negative 2 power is outside the parentheses, it applies to both the numerator and the denominator. So let's work this one together. So 4 to the negative 3 to the negative 2. What am I doing with negative 3 and negative 2? Multiplying. What is negative 3 times negative 2? It is 6. So I'm now writing 4 to the 6th power as my numerator position over top of 4 to the, what do we get when we do a times negative 2? Say the coefficient with variable, negative 2a. Remember that when you're multiplying a number times a, you're going to place it as the coefficient in front of the variable. Therefore, 4 to the negative 2a. Now remember this. When dividing same bases, subtract the exponents. So I want you to write, first of all, circle the 6. So I'm going to do 4 to the 6 minus, and now write what you see after that. What is underneath that fraction bar for the exponent? Minus 2a. Now remember, because this is a divide by bar and we're doing dividing same bases, subtract the exponents, my first subtraction symbol is because we are subtracting the exponents. My second negative symbol is because it was a negative 2a in the denominator exponent. Do you follow why it's 6 minus negative 2a? All right? What does the double negative turn into? A giant plus sign. Now, if you needed to, if you forgot that, you could just type into your calculator 6 take away negative 2, right? But you can't type the a, you would just have to try things in place of it. So let's talk about this now. What do we know we're trying to get to? We're trying to get to an exponent value of 14. So don't we want 6 plus something to equal 14? 6 plus what full amount equals 14? That would be 8. Excellent. What can I do with a 2 and another number in order to multiply them and get 8? 2 times what would equal 8? 4. So what did you just discover the value of a is equal to? 4. Because once we do 6 plus 2 times 4, we would get what total for our exponent? We would get 14. So what they want, though, is they just want what value of a satisfies the equation we just worked through. You have my blessing to go ahead and type that number that you discovered a was worth. I hope that helps you guys, especially those at home. Bye-bye.